And it feels good to be back. Heading back to a new zoo, the Greenville Zoo. I don't like to go to places necessarily for the first time when, you know, when the foliage may be dead, not as bright and rich, but hey, we're here down in South Carolina, so we're heading to the Greenville Zoo. Hope it's pretty cool. Let's see what we got. Time tickets, and here we go. We got ourselves a bit of a line. So, let's see how long this takes. Well, as far as entrances go, it's not the biggest, but at least it's a rich, colorful sign there. Which I did know even before coming, that it's not the biggest zoo of all time, and in my frustration for not having a map, though I see one right in front of me, I went ahead and printed one off. Yeah, I'm that big of a dork. But it's nice to know like what's coming up and how to pace yourself and how to time it out. We'll take a peek at the map here and see what all is ahead of us. So instead of zooming in on my little printed out map, okay, so we came in right here, and then it's gonna trickle. I mean, there's decent bits of stuff throughout, and a little lagoon down there, and goes up around. I imagine it'll probably be one directional force throughout the zoo, which is okay, but anyway, so some pretty cool stuff. I thought this was pretty cool, this conservation corridor, which is like a bridge, like it's an actual bridge. It's made just for animals to get across, and makes it easier on the cars if nothing else, and they'll learn that, they'll figure it out to be able to get across the roads and the highways, and makes it a little easier for that to work out. I think it's kind of cool. Looks like we got multiple guys hanging out in here. I'm not sure what we're going to find exactly, but right up front, a rhea, which looks a lot like a emu, which is like a smaller ostrich. So if this is like a smaller emu, I'm not sure exactly, but they're hanging out here. And then unfortunately, he's way up on the ridge up there, a giant anteater, and he is a big guy. Maybe we'll circle back and see if he comes down closer later on. Oh, there he is. Getting a little action on that wall. And these girls will lay up to 50 eggs in like a group nest. Like that's the size. Like it's a big egg in one nest, and then the males take care of them. They sit on them, and then they take care of them after they hatch. Like group nesting. That's interesting. This looks like a feeding poor thing. I feel like I could probably untwist it, but I won't. And right across from them, for some reason, lions, even though that was like South American, lions and then an elephant. So like the connection, I'm not connecting the dots, but I'm sure they got a good reason. And when you get something as a gift, I guess you put it in. Interesting sign. Do not feed the animals on this exhibit. Are there exhibits where we are allowed to feed them? These guys are not quite as common. You get a lot of the ring-tailed lemurs and the red ruffed lemurs, but not what is almost like a combination of the two, the black and white ruffed lemurs. You get a little, oh, I wasn't sure if he was about to get them all yelling with them there. They can get into chorus. Wow. There you have it. Ecotopia, an array of ectotherms from around the world. Let's see what we got in here. Got our tortoises hanging out, the small little tortoises hanging out down here. And then can we see this guy up here? This gecko. Look at that rich green there. So apparently ectothermic is those animals, basically just a fancy word for cold-blooded. So you got reptiles, amphibians, fish, lots of things that require that sunlight to keep them warm in there. This little guy here. A staple of every reptile exhibit, the green tree python, which is literally like always hanging like that. Look how just flat this back is, and those tiny little legs. I'd like to see that blue tongue sometime. Apparently not today. Nice little Florida cottonmouth. I say little. He's a decent size in there. Oh, okay. I literally like looked it up on my phone first, but they've got the definition of an ectotherm right here. An animal that is dependent on external source of body heat. Basically, like a cold-blooded creature. So you got reptiles, amphibians, invertebrates, and fish. So we'll see how many of these we catch in here. Ooh, the ground boa. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was like another tail. So what in the world? Okay, that is two of them laying right there. This guy earned a big ol' area, this big ol' iguana. And it's funny because the glare makes it look like he has a door to be able to get outside, whether on video or in real life. But there's a reflection of the door there. Now it just looks like it blends right into it. No, he can't get out. And the Burmese python. This guy is big And look, he's got a little snack he's working on. So that's exciting. Which is funny because I think it was my time down at Gatorland that I first realized that the Burmese pythons literally live in Florida. Most of the time they're like the albino Burmese python is what they highlight. But as when I was there, I realized like, wow, like these actually live here. That's a huge snake. You just think of those as not being in the United States, but they are. So I'm trying to figure out this fun fact that anteaters walk on their knuckles and keep their front claws exposed so they can fend off jaguars. Does that mean like keep their front claws from getting dulled out so they stay off the ground and then they're still sharp? Or anyway, I don't know if I knew. Most people walked 70,000 miles. So I thought this was about to be for the condor, but this is for the vulture that gets to 8 feet, which is still big. Turkey vulture 6, red-tailed hawk 4, which is actually bigger than I expected for the red-tailed hawk. Griffon vulture 8 feet, but the condor gets like 10 or 12 feet. I can't remember. I have to look back at my Akron Zoo stuff because they had that laid out. But hey, listen, the vulture, which look, they got a couple of them sitting right here, getting that sun because it is an awesome day right now. And while we're here in the middle of like no one around us, I'll mention we've got a first-time zoo visitor today, our new youngest, who's only about 6 weeks old, and she is just soaking it in. A beautiful day out. So good to be back at a zoo with just 3 of us. Just 3 of us here today, but oh, it's a great day to be outside. Okay, the African overlook. We won't be able to take the stairs, but we'll see what's up there momentarily. You can see a little sneak peek of that. And we can see a little bit of what's up this way. Let's take the stroller path. Before we get up there, I feel like this might be the better angle of the playground from way up here, since our kids that would actually play on it are not with us. But kind of a cool little playground down there. Oh yeah, they got a couple on the move. And I suppose you could say it's a baby. I mean, definitely significantly smaller, but probably still, I don't know, at least 8, if not 10 feet tall. And they're about 6 feet when they're born. So I don't know how old that would put it now, but next to the big one right there. Look at that. So just those 2? Looks like it, but they got their little shade areas. Their big area to play. Oh, what if you lived right there? Look at that, right on your back porch. Yep, wake up, see the giraffe. Ooh, the African lion. I'm gonna go right here because it's a little blurry at the glass. Maybe we'll check it out in a second, but it's like 2 males. 2 male, one laying back there and the other one up on this Pride Rock looking structure there that you can see a Pride Rock of sorts, but you can see it better from here, but it's just a little blurry. Oh my gosh. A little hazy. Squirrel. He's getting ready to leave, but this guy woke up and, oh, look at this. Oh, he's awake back there. We got a walker back there. Oh, getting a little stiffness out of you, huh? This is just, oh, okay, we're laid back down. There we go. This glass is as foggy as can be. But yeah, just enjoying that sun on the face. Very nice. Okay, I hate to be this guy, but is wildebeest a broad name for multiple different types of hoofed creatures? Because I'm pretty sure that's not a wildebeest. Pretty sure that's a water buffalo. And unless wildebeest is a broader term than I thought. Haha, the Aldabra tortoise, which I hate to say it, but they just don't even look alive. If they're not moving, it's just, oh, but the way his head is laying looks particularly worse than, no, but I imagine he's okay. I hope he's okay. He's big. Is it of any note that I could literally reach out and touch it? Would that be a big no-no? Like, he's right there. I'm just trying to see him breathing. But I'm not sure I'm going to pick that up on here. Hey, I hope you were able to enjoy that first part of our walkthrough of the Greenville Zoo in Greenville, South Carolina. I didn't do an outro video to part 1 because I wasn't necessarily expecting to get 2 videos out of what is a smaller zoo. But since I don't really like my videos to be longer than 15 minutes, it did end up getting to be split into 2 parts. So if you're watching this the week that part 1 was released, then you'll have to wait until next week to watch part 2. But hey, if you watch this after that first week window, then you can literally wait just a few seconds to click on part 2. I think it'd be on this side. On the end screen that's about to pop up, where we'll catch some highlights of the rest of the zoo, including a baby orangutan and potentially an ocelot. But you just have to check it out to find out for yourself. Otherwise, I hope we'll catch you next time on Escape to the Zoo.